Finally! Oh my god, I've been waiting for this for about 3 years now. The iPhone SE has finally been updated. Yes, we were right. It has the A13 chip. It's got a 4.7-inch display. Yes, it's the same design as the iPhone 8, gloss back with the centered Apple logo, which looks consistent with the lineup. There's some good news, a little bit of disappointment, but overall, I'm just relieved that this is over. We don't have to keep talking about it anymore. Thank God. It can finally just die. And let's just talk about this very, very boring phone. Let's begin. Okay, on side note, apparently the Magic Keyboard is now available for the iPad Pro, which they said wasn't coming until May, but now you can order it, which seems like the timeline's off. But either way, I'm excited to order that. But yeah, the iPhone SE, you'll be able to pre-order this Friday. So pre-order period, kind of like similar to iPhones. But yeah, you can't order it just yet. Just gotta wait a couple more days. The camera, I'm sure, is what most of you guys are wondering about. Apparently it has portrait mode for people only. So basically, it's got the same camera system as the iPhone XR, which means, yeah, portrait mode for people, not everything. But the sad news is something I really was hoping to see on this phone. There's no night mode. So that was a feature I thought it made a whole lot of sense to ship with the SE because it has the A13 chip, which Apple's argument for night mode on the new iPhones was that you needed to have like the A13 CPU processing power. This has the A13 chip. We're not exactly sure how much RAM it has. It probably has 3, given how all the leaks leading up to this were saying it has 3 gigs of RAM, but Apple doesn't like talking about how many gigs of RAM because that's just too nerdy for them, but they're boasting it as the best single lens smartphone setup in the world. So take that, Google Pixel, although this thing really needs night mode, come on. But so yeah, it comes in 3 color variants, and I'm really happy to see that white bezels are gone. So even though there's a silver configuration, the bezels are still black on that model, which looks amazing. Great move on the design scheme for that Apple. And of course, pricing starts at just $400. 3D Touch is not on this thing like the iPhone 8 had it. But again, it's $50 cheaper than the iPhone 8. By the way, 8 and 8 Plus are gone. They've stopped selling those things today. They're still getting software updates and everything, but with the launch of the SE, there was no room in the iPhone lineup for the 8 and 8 Plus to stick around. So it's completely gone. So of course, you have your 3 color finishes between white, black, and red, which all look pretty amazing, to be honest. You've got 3 storage configurations as well. So 64 gigs is standard, but if you want to spend only $50 more, which I thought was a pretty good deal, at $450, you get 128 gigs. So, but to get 256 gigs of storage, you need to spend a little bit more at $550, which is pretty high for a phone that's kind of this dated. But I don't know, maybe some of you guys like the old traditional Touch ID home button system and things like that. So yeah, not huge changes, but ones that I think people are going to appreciate. So this iPhone may not seem like that big of a deal for everybody else, but that's why Apple's unveiling it now in April. This is going to be a big upgrade that a lot of people who are still rocking their iPhone 6 or 7, maybe even rocking an iPhone 8, and they're not interested in the whole Face ID and bezel-less trend, they can go ahead, find themselves an upgrade, and this thing will probably get like 6 years of software updates after today. So pretty decent phone considering it's $400. You got 4K at 60 video and IP67 water resistance, so not the IP68 that you get with an 11 Pro, but still good nonetheless. Apple's also claiming that the battery life is the same as the iPhone 8, which is not, you know, a huge change. Some people are probably going to be a little bit disappointed by that, but the front-facing camera doesn't appear to have changed much either. It's still 1080 at 60 capable with a 7 megapixel sensor, so don't expect any updates there. But yeah, anyway, very glad that this all ended up happening today because we can finally put these leaks and rumors to rest. They were really killing me there. And let me know what your favorite feature is of the iPhone SE. If any of you out there are actually planning on picking it up, I'm definitely going to order one and review it for the channel just because it looks cute, it looks fun, and I want to play with one, even if it's not that exciting. But more importantly, keyboard case now available. I can't wait to order that too. This is your Apple Sheep here. I'll see you guys in the next one.